Tuesday morning, January 29th, transfer day. Yep, I'm getting booted. I leave in an hour, actually. I'm going to Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Elder Brinkerhoff second area. Huh. This week's really been something. But first, I'm already packed. Yesterday I packed all day. Well, most of the day at least. I started packing Saturday night-ish, but into Sunday, I finished this morning. It's all my gear. 3 suitcases, bag, bedding with extra utilities, and my bike from Elder Maskovich. It's been really hard this week. I mean, this week was an awesome week, don't get me wrong. It was, but we found out it was hard. But last Monday, not yesterday, last Monday, we had District P Day, and we actually we went to Collierville. Brother Boggs took us all to an escape room, and it's called Shadow Manor. That was actually a really fun one. We actually got out, and then after we were able to go to this cemetery, which then had like a little cave thing, crystal man-made cave. It had a bunch of Jesus, like nativity scenes from Jesus' birth all the way to his death, and like some other things. It was actually really cool to check out, be able to see all that. And then after we went back to Collierville and played a couple of games at his house. We played Ticket to Bride. This is my first time playing it, and I won. Because I had the whole side of the states to myself because no one else came to my side. So I just took everything over. It was fine. But then after, we had dinner at the Morrisons, and I think it was all that happened Monday. Yeah, and also I talked to Elder Larson about what was gonna happen Saturday, which is kind of like what the whole ordeal was, and about like what happened Friday, and how the spirit was so strong there. It was just a really cool experience. Tuesday, we had District P Day, District Council. We talked about our purpose and how we can show it, and we also bore our testimonies, because everyone's thinking, this person's gonna get booted, this person's getting booted. You know, the usual. And then we also got a photo, and then after we had Wendy's, and then we actually visited Addie Watkins, Sister Watkins, and we talked to her for a while, gave her a blessing too, which was nice, which was cool. And then right after, we went to we said a prayer with her, and then we trekked that street, part of it at least, because we were kind of on a small crunch time. And then we were able to have a return appointment for us and one return appointment for Collierville. So that was pretty cool. And then we went down to try and see Lynn and Beverly, but sadly they were both busy. So they're gonna go back. I think hopefully they'll go back today, because today is Tuesday. We usually see them Tuesdays. And then we went to the church right after, because it was mutual night, and just talked with Anthony and all the people over there. Yeah, Wednesday was a little interesting because Elder Jack. So it was leadership training meeting that day. So Oxford came up. Elder Osteen, Elder Probst. Elder Osteen and Elder Jackson got a ride with President Holt all the way up to Bartlett. So me and Elder Probst stay here in Holly Springs, and we tried having one appointment that fell through, and then we did service for a while with Brother Roswell, and then we came back after a while, did a little bit of studies, and then we tried seeing if we could get more appointments done, but all of those fell through. Then we met this guy who was a little skeptical of us at first because of just past experiences that he had with like other people saying something that they are, which they aren't, type thing. And then after a while, once he realized we were actually really who we are, he opened up, and he was actually really cool. And we tried doing a couple other things, but those didn't work either. So it was just a lot of things just fell through that day, but we managed through. Then when the elders came back, me and Elder Jackson went to Brother Roswell's, and we talked about a couple things, just some adjustments for the branch report type ordeal. And then, that night was actually a little rough because I just like the feeling of like I'm gone type thing. It's like I'm leaving type thing. I didn't want to accept it, but at the same time, it's like it's probably gonna happen. So, but reality of it, I'm leaving. But Thursday, we checked out this. We went to some of the ward members gave us this person because something happened and all, and wanted us to check it out. So we went over there, talked with the person there, gave them a Plan of Salvation pamphlet and all. So we were gonna want to go back the next day, Friday, and talk to them about it. And then right after, we worked on the church for a while, and interestingly enough, as we were working on the church, we got an email from the mission saying our mission is growing. Really? What do you mean? So I read it. Turns out the Tupelo, Mississippi stake is now in our mission. Well, will be in our mission July 1st. I don't know why they're waiting out so long, unless there's like something going on that kind of needs to fit in or something. I don't know. But yeah, that stake involves Tupelo, Corinth, New Albany. There's a couple other areas. So that's actually going to be exciting because we get to go out there soon and actually cover those areas with those other missionaries too that get pulled into the side. That stake comes from the Alabama Birmingham mission. So exciting for that. After we finished working with the church, working on the church, we switched over to our gear, and we went to the Cooks and taught Shirley the gospel of Jesus Christ. Still no baptismal date, and that lesson was just kind of up and down everywhere. I made some mistakes. Old Jackson made mistakes. It wasn't a perfect lesson. It's just what happens. Well, those moments, but hopefully they'll be able to get to him, get a date with her, and then after we went to GARS, and we helped move stuff into their shop because they were having some issues with people ransacking their stuff. So, and then we just came back and we both were just dead, so we crashed. And Friday actually made it my 6-month mark being out here on my mission. It was really crazy to think about it. I actually been out here for 1/4. I'm already done with 1/4 of my mission, and I do my 1/4 here, the place where I can call home, or another home at least. I'll explain more about that later. I don't want to get too touchy now. We had the animal shelter and all that. Then we had a couple lessons, like that person we met that day before, that fell through. We tried tracking on the street, that all fell through. None of that worked out. Then we came back, did some studies, and did some church contacting for like inviting out the church. That was pretty good. And then we had dinner at the Kaler's with Elton. So we got picked up and we went up there, had dinner there. And we just talked about a lot of things there, and retaught the restoration to Elton, just to have the lessons again, just to make sure he understands type thing. We're supposed to do that with everyone, which is kind of slightly new to me, but it works out. They'll be able to implement it. And yeah, Saturday, we had the baptism. That was later on, but before that, Brother Moore picks us up, and we go up to North Byhalia, and we visit that guy who had the return appointment from Tuesday, and we actually get there a little early. We try knocking, no one's there, so we leave the car, we start walking away, and see the garage open, and we see both of them in there. It was him and his brother, actually. We go in there, start talking with them, and we were able to teach restoration, give his brother a Book of Mormon because he already has one. And we just went from there. Then right after we had a lunch at Panda Express, and was able to do that, talk with him about talk with Brother Moore about a lot of things, and then right after we went to the church, kind of start setting everything up for the baptism. And it was really good. The baptism was it was a lot of fun. We were able to sing a child's prayer, and just being able to baptize people. It's a really good feeling, because you can feel like them literally being cleansed. Putting them in the water and pulling them back out, it's like someone completely new. It's just really cool to do that. I did Arian. And Ella Jackson did Liliana. And so yeah. Then after the baptism, we came back here and we did a couple things, and then we went over to Martin's Ranch and talked about we retaught the restoration and all. And then right after we went to Wendy's and we got our food, we started sitting down. We were waiting for the email at 8:30. Well, it was supposed to come out at 8:30, doing all that, and then 8:20. Okay, Hot Springs Zone. I thought it was the Pine Bluff Zone. Dang it, I'm leaving Holly Springs. That really sucks. Okay, where am I at? Okay, here I am. Pine Bluff. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Okay, who's my companion? Wait, Elder Horman? He's coming from Jackson. Oh, no, I'm being whitewashed. That's basically how that conversation went to myself. Yeah, I'm getting whitewashed to Pine Bluff with Elder Horman. But, yeah, Elder Horman came out with me. It wasn't in the district with me and Elder Rich and those guys, but yeah, I actually get to see Elder Rich today because he's in the same district. He's in Stuttgart still because he watched Elder Brinkerhoff die in Stuttgart. So yeah, he's done with his mission. Elder Brinkerhoff is done with his mission now. So is Elder Larson and Elder Wilson. No, Elder Mayer. Elder Wilson died forever ago. I don't know where he died in, but no, he died here in Holly Springs. Elder Wilson left forever ago. That was back in like December-ish. Last year. 2 years ago, 2017. And there's a couple other people that I met that's actually going home this transfer. Dang. That's crazy. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah, that's really giving something. Yeah, as how Elder Rich put his email for this past week's email, the Pine Bluff zone has been obliterated because it has. Looking at all that, a couple areas got whitewashed. One area has got 2 out of 3 pink wash. I would say pink wash, but I say pink wash, but there was no elders originally in that 2 area because Pine Bluff 1 and Pine Bluff 2. There's only sisters in Pine Bluff 2 in a sense. When I mean Pine Bluff 1 and Pine Bluff 2, it's one big ward, but there's a couple missionaries in that same area. Stuttgart is involved in it, but it's just its own area to kind of help cover a couple things. So I say pink wash, but the sisters have already been there, but it's one sister and 2 other sisters are coming in, so it's kind of like a poof. So one's going to be helping 2 other sisters get used to the area. Me and Noah Horman are like, I don't know what's going on. But hopefully they'll have notes. I hope. But yeah, Sunday, I said goodbye to a lot of people. It was really hard. It was, especially saying bye to the Beckerdites and everyone else, Gary and those guys. It was all just really hard. They're all like family to me type thing. And, well, then again, I ended up seeing Gary at the end of the day, but with the Beckerdites, it's like, I saw them grow, and they even gave me a little pineapple cherry cake thing. It was actually really good. I called them Sunday night. I'm kind of jumping, and I told them thank you, and that I'll miss them all, and I'll make sure to keep in contact with them. Then, after church, we did a couple studies, and then I had a feeling, like, you should text Amanda and see if you can get something in to get that Book of Mormon. I was like, okay, so I told her, hey, I'm leaving, but I would like to give this book to you and all. Like, and then the opportunity came with a time, and so that was like a little bit later, and then we booked it up there. We were able to talk with her for a little bit, give her the book. Finally, after 4.5 to 5 months, it's finally in her hands. But now I gotta make sure Elder Spear. Yeah. You hear me? I think so. Then, yeah, just let Elder Spirit is actually replacing me. He's coming from Santopia. Elder Spirit came out with me as well. What? Okay. Guys got some time. Then, just make sure they keep in contact with her and start working with her. What? I don't know. And then, 1 second. Sorry about that. Then we talked to Gary real quick after that. What? 1 second. I'm back. We were talking to Gary about like where we should go finding, because we want to go finding in Lamar, and he gave us a couple areas, and then we went over to Maki's, talked with her real quick, and then we said a prayer with her, and then we hit those areas that he wanted us to. One was really successful, and they got a return appointment for Saturday. This next one, it's always going to be still in work in progress. Hopefully we'll be able to get her coming to church again. And then a little while later, we tried this other person that Maki told us to go visit. We met the husband. He was really nice. Gave him the card with our number on it. Told him if you need anything, let us know, type of thing. And yeah, that was just a really good like set of time. And then we went to the Millers and gave Sister Miller a blessing. Poked around at his husband a little bit. And then right after we had dinner at Brandon's, a little sissy. And really good. He wasn't at church, so I told him I was getting booted, and he was a little down about that, but I was like, I'll be back at one point. It'll take me a while, but I will. And then after that, we took some photos, and then we went to the Garys and talked with them one more time. May Vinny rest in peace. Ooh, brutal. And then, I talked to Gary one more time, got some photos, and then we just left. Now I'm just going to do Monday as well. Monday was just all day packing. Got most of everything done. Then I took some photos of some Holly Springs and went shopping and had dinner at the Morrisons. They celebrated my birthday. It was a really good time there. We had a lot of fun. Made a lot of jokes. They gave me a couple of things. They're actually coming soon with something else that apparently Jordan was making. So I'm gonna be probably crying about that, but and then after we went to the Morrisons, not the Morrisons, the Roswells, and Brother Roswell gave me a blessing, and did some other things, and then I left, and I lost it. All these people down here have really been amazing. I loved each and every one of them, and I could basically call them family. And that's what I think is really cool about this area, is that they're so homely, so family loving, even though it has a rough history, don't get me wrong. But in the end, they're all just amazing people. That's what I'm going to miss a lot about this area, is that they have that type of quality. Yeah. And now I leave, and you'll see me now in a different apartment. I don't even know what's going to look like. I don't even know what the heck's going on. I don't even know what car we're going to drive. Probably Malibu or something. Nell Jackson says goodbye. Goodbye. And, yeah. I salute Holly Springs. And, bye.